Come on in, welcome to my home. Today we are going to talk about the physical peer of self-care. Now, I'm not going to go into the whole you need to exercise, you need to eat healthy, because I think people do that, talk about that a lot, and there are lots of people who are better at talking about that. I mean, I try to do my 10,000 steps a day. Some days I do it, some days I don't, but I try to do my best with that. I try to eat healthy. But there are other things which you probably don't think about that you need to do when it comes to the physical peer of self-care. And one of the first things is sleep. Now, if you've watched this channel at all, you've heard me talk about my sleep habits. I sleep well. In fact, people have told me that it would take a nuclear explosion to get me to wake up. I've slept through horrible, horrible storms. But part of this is what I'm finding out from doing all this research is I have a nighttime routine. And my nighttime routine, if you've seen that video, if you haven't, click that card, it'll take you to that video. But I keep that nighttime routine the same. I try to go to bed by 11 o'clock. My nighttime routine has not really changed in years. And my body knows that at about 10 o'clock, we're winding down. We are getting ready to go to bed. And also, I've made my bedroom into like a sleep sanctuary. So I have the really nice sheets. I have the lavender oil on my pillows. I now have a lavender oil mister by my bed that sends up lavender oil spray, mist, whatever. Yeah, it smells really nice and it makes me think of sleep. In that video, I even talked about the fact that my lights go from this pinkish color and fade out slowly. I have been, which has been really odd, I have been doing the sleep meditation, YouTube sleep meditations, playing those on my phone. I tried the ASMR sleep meditation thing or falling to sleep. Not for me. I don't get tingles, so no, that one didn't work for me. Also, I do change the temperature of my bedroom. It does drop down at night. I know how I like to sleep. The sheets, I make sure that I get the best quality sheets that I like. Here's the thing. A lot of people are like, oh, I love the 700 count sheets. Okay, that's great. That's wonderful. I personally don't. No, I like my 300 to 400 count sheets. On Thursday night, I wash do the whole changing the sheets, and I love that because Thursday nights I do get into the bed and it's all relaxed and it's all calm and quiet, and my room is dark, actually dark. The only light in my room is the light from my clock on beside my bed, and that's it. Everything else is dark, so yeah, that makes a whole world of difference to have an environment that is a sleep sanctuary. Then the other part about this is, so when I get up, I do not grab my phone first thing and start scrolling. And the other part about this, which I forgot, I should have mentioned that, because I'm realizing in my notes I have it, but I haven't mentioned it, was the fact that I also do not doom scroll before I go to bed. No, what I tried to do is I either read a book and I have my Kindle or something along those lines so that way my sleep sanctuary is my sleep sanctuary. It's cool that way. But when I get up in the morning, I also gradually get up where, you've seen that, where I've talked about doing meditation, that sort of thing. That's great. That works for me, but I'm also now getting into stretching. I should have been stretching for years, doing stretches in the morning so that way I can make sure that my body is limbering up for the whole rest of the day. And that's something people forget when it comes to physical needs, because a lot of people just, when they even lift weights, they want to jump into it and lift those weights before warming up their body. And for those of you who don't like stretching, you can do a lower intensity version of whatever it is that you're going to do to start that off, and that really works. I personally am enjoying my stretches. I need to stretch my knees out more because I am having a few knee issues, but that comes from a long history of knee issues. So yeah, that's one of the things which I really have gotten into is stretching. Where is my water bottle? Oh, there it is. Hey, found it. So hydration is another thing. I drink a lot of water. I also drink a lot of tea. And then sparkling water is something that I drink, but I try to drink more water because hydration is really important. It keeps you going, it keeps you hydrated. That will help with your sleep, it'll help with your skin, help with your diet. So yeah, hydration is a very big thing to think about and a thing to concentrate on. It's one of those things where that's one of the big points of self-care because you want to make sure that your body is in good shape. And that also means that if something goes wrong, like you have an ailment, you have a problem, and it doesn't seem to be working out quickly, go see a doctor. Yeah, go get some medical advice because the things that a lot of people do is they let these things just sort of sit on the back burner. Oh, I have a sore tooth or something. I'll just let that see what happens. And then we know that from your teeth, that can affect your whole entire body. So can things like knee issues, ankle issues, back issues. Those need to be checked out by some sort of medical professional because that's part of the physical part of self-care. You want to make sure that your physical, your body, you are taking care of it. Not just lifting weights and eating well, but making sure that you are in the top shape. So sometimes that does mean that you need to go and see why exactly that shoulder has been hurting for weeks. Or you might even have to stop something which you truly, truly, truly love doing for a little while so that way part of you can recover. Because recovery is part of self-care. It's a big part of self-care. If you get injured, recover. You can go back to the whatever it is that you did before, whatever you can't do right now because of the injury, hopefully. But you do need to give yourself that chance to recover, which is recovery, like I said, it's part of self-care that's really, really important. Notes break. The other thing is, and now I can do this more because we're now into the spring and summer, and you'll probably see that video coming up. I love doing the planting outdoors. In fact, I snuck some wildflower seeds into the grass line, and that's a whole nother issue. So getting outside to enjoy myself, listening to music. So I found that if I'm listening to music, I will then have a tendency to do more things or enjoy what I'm doing a little bit better. And I never was a music person until recently, where I'm like, hey, this is really cool. Listening to music, enjoying those sort of things, getting out, enjoying nature, just being outside sometimes is enough. Getting some sunshine can really feel great. You know, you can get your daily dose of vitamin D from the sun. Just be careful. Use sunscreen. Take care of your body. Listen to what your body is telling you. If your body is saying, hey, ow, that hurts, don't do that again. Here's the thing. Go see why it hurts. Figure out why it hurts and what you can do to make sure. And like I said, you want to make sure that you check on those things, that you're listening to your body, that you are taking care of your body in a way that is good for you, that works for you, and that's really important. A lot of people will give you the advice of, you do this weird thing and it will solve all of your problems. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know what these people do. But you need to think about what works for you, what you can do, what you enjoy, and go and do that. I found that I move more when I'm doing things that I enjoy doing, like gardening, like planting, like redecorating the house, which should be happening sometime soon. But I will do all of those things and really listen to what's going on with me, how I'm feeling, check my heart rate every once in a while, respiratory things. My clock has a thing where it checks my heart rate at night. I can see how long I'm sleeping. I can make sure that I'm getting the recommended amount of sleep, recommended amount of water, which I try to track as best I can. And so, yeah, taking care of yourself, taking care of your body is super important. Listening to your body is super important. And, not putting off those things that, like, oh, it's not that big a deal, it'll go away. No, really do it. Stretch, make your sleeping environment a sleep sanctuary, and I think you will feel better. I know your body will feel better, and it's another part of self-care. It's not all just warm baths and massages. No, it is literally taking care of yourself in the way that works best for you. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. I would love to hear from you. What things do you do to get you into that physical mood of self-care? At this time, I'd like to thank these wonderful people who let me go down these tangents of what you should and shouldn't be doing to take care of yourself. If you want to become part of the channel members or become part of the Patreon family, it's a great way to support this channel. It lets me to do bigger and better things, like the gardening, which is coming up really soon. Or it also gives me a chance to research other things. If you want to join that, you can click that card. If you really want to help this channel, you can like and share this video. Watching a video to the end really helps the YouTube algorithm know that this is a good video and other people should watch it. Hearing your comments, what would you like to see? What would you like to hear more about? Let me know down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope I get to see you again the next time you stop by.